Hi guys, it's Siobhan with Tickety and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing monthly horoscope readings and this is for Sagittarius. So that can apply to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and I recommend that you check out your other sign videos. So for example, if this is your Sun sign, go check out your Moon and Rising signs after this as well so you can get a better overall idea of the energy that's affecting you in April. So sometimes you'll resonate more with one sign over the other, but you can get a better idea overall with all of them. Okay, so this month we're doing a different monthly spread. I'm using a condensed version, and I will have the 4-card email variation for order as a private reading if you're looking to see what the month ahead energy is specifically for you. It'll be $19, and you can find that in the description box below this video. So without further ado, let's just jump right in to your reading. These are collective energies, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest here. And I'm using the Rider-Waite Smith deck, the traditional Rider-Waite. And we'll see what comes up. Sagittarius, April 2020. Okay, so what is the overall energy? This one wants to come out. Page of Swords in reverse. What is the challenge to overcome? 3 of Cups. What is the insight and guidance this month for Sagittarius? Oh wow. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And what is the potential outcome? Ooh, 10 of Cups. Yay! Okay. So looks like it's a little bit of a more introverted type of energy, working with healing some issues around lack, being cut off, maybe some, okay, the word that just came through was FOMO, fear of missing out, or should I say acronym. But then you have the 10 of Cups at the end as the potential outcome. So this is really positive when it comes to group happiness and shared joy and contentment. So let's get some clarifiers and see what's going on a little bit deeper. Why is the Page of Swords here in the overall energy position? Page of Swords. Oh, the Hanged Man. Yeah. Feeling a little stuck. What's the challenge to overcome? Or why is that there? So the 9 of Swords. Okay. Insight and guidance. Why is the 5 of Pentacles reversed? Oh, wow. Okay. 3 of Swords. And what is the 10 of Cups doing here? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Okay. Let me just make sure these are all positioned nicely. Okay. So, Sagittarius. The overall energy this month is looking a little bit stuck, a little bit stagnant to begin with, but it doesn't end that way, which is nice. So to begin with, you've got this Hanged Man, which is very stuck. He's limited, and it's sort of a self-created situation there. He strung himself up there, but he's not, in any real pain or anything like that. He's just kind of like, well, I'm just going to do this to gain a little perspective on my circumstances, and maybe it'll help me to move forward in the future. That's exactly what he talks about. And when in upright, you can see that his leg is crossed like that. That indicates when it goes around the wheel, which you can see here in the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the wheel of life. It's the natural order of things, and it's realizing these things through enlightenment, and the only way that you can achieve that is to pause and look within. That's what the Hanged Man represents. He can represent self-sacrifice and some of the more negative aspects of being stuck and stagnant, but it really just depends on what energy you are bringing to it. Now, there is a little bit of negative energy here, especially in the mental realm, because you've got a lot of swords here. So there might be some negative self-talk or stuff from the past coming up and influencing the way that you're thinking. The Page of Swords is it's a younger type of energy, so this can be immature thoughts, or not necessarily immature thoughts, but it can just be thoughts that are triggering childhood wounds. That's what's coming forward. That's why this lack is here too. It's almost like your needs weren't met at some point in your childhood, and we all have these to different degrees, and on the spectrum of trauma, not everything is extreme, but it can still be classify it as trauma, even if it was just a little thing. So this lack and this pain from the past, maybe it was rejection, not having your needs met. Maybe somebody discounted you or doubted you or shunned you, or maybe they made you feel isolated. That's a theme that might be triggered this month for you because of this isolation period. The Hanged Man, and it gives you that time to sort of look at why this is coming up and how you can heal it. The challenge to overcome is the Three of Cups, which is a positive type of energy normally. But when it's coming out in a challenge position, this is group gatherings, this is socializing, this is getting together with your friends. This is, feeling like you fit into a group. If this is a challenge, that's because this is not as easy as it once was. Maybe you don't have access to it the same way that you used to, and that's leaving you in these old sort of mechanisms of trauma that are being brought up from childhood. And this is coming up, or can be coming up, at night, either when you're lying in bed trying to go to sleep, because that's usually when the mind starts reeling on its own, it starts going over every little thing that ever negatively happened in our life, and then we can't fall asleep until like 3 a.m. Or it can be coming up in your dreams. So pay attention to the type of dreams that you're having, the themes and the emotions particularly. Dream content is often very symbolic. So, it'll be super random and weird, and it won't make much sense to the logical mind. But if you look at it from a symbolic perspective, like these are representative energies of emotional content, then you can start to sort of piece together what it actually means. So I highly recommend doing that, especially as it relates to feeling like you fit in, feeling social, wanting to be part of the group, feeling left out. Yeah, that's a big theme this month to focus on. The insight and guidance is around that as well. So you've got this feeling of being left out in the cold, not having your needs met, feeling lack. This can be illness or injury as well. And with the heart chakra here, this isn't going to be for everybody, but just pay attention to what your heart is doing, right? So energetically, does it feel heavy or constricted on your chest? This can be an indication that you're holding a lot of pain from the past in your heart chakra. Your heart tends to hold on to grief, loss, pain, rejection, fear, and stress. So I always call it the pack horse chakra whenever I'm doing Reiki sessions for clients. That's often the chakra that has the most sort of baggage within it. Even if it's open, it will still often have a fair amount of baggage that we can release from there. And it's just normal day-to-day stuff. But then if there's trauma on top of that, it can make it even more burdensome. So it's important to make sure that you're sort of addressing these things at the source by checking in with your heart, seeing how it feels physically as well as emotionally and mentally, because you've got a lot of swords here. So you can really bring all of these different aspects together so that you can bring balance to your mind, body, and soul. Now, the heart could also be at a physical level, so pay attention to like heart palpitations or chest tightness when you're breathing, difficulty breathing, that kind of thing. That's not to freak anybody out, considering the circumstances that we're in globally. I really don't think that that's going to be an issue. It's more just the fear around that, right? Because this is fear. These are sort of more like unwarranted fears, and it's brought on by separation. It's brought on by having too much time on your hands and not focusing your thoughts, your intentions, and your actions more, productively. So just pay attention to that. It's just something to be mindful of. That's why it's coming up in the insight and guidance position. It's nothing to be afraid of. Everything's good. And you can see that here with the potential outcome. Yay! So the potential outcome, you've got the 10 of Cups, which is one of the most positive cards in the deck. And the Wheel of Fortune, when it comes out with such a positive card, is a very good omen. So the Wheel of Fortune, when it's got this positive context, is your fortune turning for the better. So whatever you've been going through, whatever stress, whatever social isolation you've been struggling with and dealing with your own mind throughout this process and some of the traumas from the past, all of that is going to shift. And guess what? It's a karmic cycle. That's why this is all coming up. It's not happening randomly. Everything is divinely guided. So everything that you're going through is something that you needed to go through to be able to get free from some of those things that have been lying under the surface, not being dealt with, right? Where we very easily go ahead about our lives and distract ourselves from some of the things that need attention within us, emotionally and mentally. Even physically, sometimes we can go through life with our check engine light on for years before something actually breaks down, and then we have to deal with it. So it's important now to take this time, because it's an opportunity really, to assess some of these things and balance them out. That way you can find this really beautiful contentment through the turning of the wheel, through the changing of the guard, through this good fortune that's coming in the form of emotional contentment. So this is completion of a cycle, and this is completion of a cycle. So whatever it is that you were trying to learn here, the potential outcome, if you choose to accept these lessons and take action on them in a positive manner, is completion. So you will complete that cycle, you will see positive results, and you will find emotional contentment. And this is emotional contentment in a group as well. If it was the 9 of Cups, I would say this is you finding your own personal contentment. But this is you finding emotional joy and happiness in a group. This could be a family, a partnership, or like a friend group at large, or like a whatever, maybe just finding your place in society, feeling like you fit in. Whatever it may be, doing this work is really, really beneficial for you. So that's awesome. Okay, let's see. Let's grab a Crystal Mandala Oracle card for Sagittarius in April. Rest. Yeah. Rest. Rest your beautiful head, Sagittarius. You deserve it. Get some rest. You might have trouble sleeping right now. You might be feeling a little bit restless and pent up. I know you guys are fire sign energy. You really like to explore and travel and be social. Well, not all of you, but some of you might resonate with that. It's more of just a general trait of the sign. But rest. Now's the time to rest. Allow yourself to embrace this pause, embrace the calm, embrace the perceived stagnancy, because you're not stagnant. You're actually getting a lot done here. Even though you're physically not moving and going anywhere, you are getting a lot done. So embrace that. Let's grab an Archangel Oracle card. Whoa, that was really fast and aggressive. Creative writing. Okay, so Archangel Gabriel says, take time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. Now that's interesting, because these swords can also indicate communication. So if you can't communicate with your friends or whoever in a one-on-one sort of scenario, maybe you can write to them. You can do emails, texts. You can even write them an old-fashioned letter, although I don't know if the post offices are working. But you can also just write to yourself. Connect to some of these things by writing them down. So if you can keep track of the cycles of your experiences through emotion and communicating your mental realm onto paper, first of all, it helps because you can actually see it. Sometimes our thoughts are so quick and fleeting that we can have an epiphany and then forget it right away, and then we start going about that cycle again, not even realizing that we have the answer. So when you write it down, it can really help to put things in perspective and to give you the physical representation of where you're at and where you want to go. Okay, let's grab one card from the Wisdom of the Oracle for Sagittarius. Okay. Yin. Ooh, very feminine energy. Number 2, bringing balance to you. Okay, let's see what Yin has to say. I don't think I've had this card come out in a reading yet. So, Yin is the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, and the art of conscious allowing. The oracle message is, this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. Interesting that they refer to rest here. They're saying it's not even really about rest, although that may be what it looks like on the outside, but it's just really relaxing and accepting what is in the moment. It's not fearing the future. It's not ruminating on the past. It's not fearing what you're missing out on. It's really being in the present moment, which the Hanged Man is. That's why he's facing directly forward. He's not looking left, which is the past. He's not looking right, which is the future. He's right now. So this is that yin energy. It's being really present, really mindful of this moment, and then this moment, and then this moment. And in that, there is rest. In that, there is an acceptance of what is and renewal, rejuvenation. So allow this energy to really work for you rather than having to push for anything outside of you. Just allow yourself to surrender to what is and find the rest and the creativity in that. And through that, you find connection. You find connection to yourself, and you find connection to a group of people who you resonate with. Maybe this is going online and finding people who you resonate with, who you can communicate to. You know, sometimes we feel isolated even when there's lots of people around because they just don't get us, you know, and you often have, you know, everyone will resonate with this, but most of, Sagittarius energy is very travel and adventure, and you can find like-minded people when you go to different areas. But when you can't do that physically, you can do that through technology. You can do that through the internet. That's what it's so great for. You can find communities of people who are like-minded, who have similar interests or believe same things. And that's why I love YouTube, is because that's exactly what we've built here. It's a spiritual community of like-minded people who like to support each other in this ascension process. So thank you for being here in this spiritual community, and welcome if you're new. And I really appreciate you coming here and watching and supporting the channel, and just finding it for your own inspiration, for your own guidance and insight and spirit messages. This is it's a beautiful thing. So thanks so much for watching, Sagittarius. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, get some more insight on what this month holds for you at a personal level, like I said, I've got that $19 promo, so you can check out the description box below this video for the reading details, or if you'd like a Reiki session or an Akashic Records reading or a counseling session or anything like that, you can reach out to me at services.2kittyandbeyond@gmail.com. I love you guys, and we'll see you next month. Bye.